This video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is now available on Amazon. A link to the book will be placed in the description below.
All right, y'all. First off, I want to say that this is not an endorsement of any candidate. I don't do that. What I'm going to tell y'all is the truth. What I am going to tell y'all is how the stuff going on in the Harrison County Jail affects every citizen on the coast. This is my biggest problem with the current administration, Troy Peterson. Excuse me. Okay. Y'all don't know me, I'm Anthony Allen. I'm a former correctional officer with the state of Florida. I'm also a former correctional officer for the Stone County Regional Correctional Facility, where up to about a year ago I was working. While I am working up there, I noticed a trend. The trend that I noticed was Biloxi PD, and it threw me for a minute because I was really confused at this, but Biloxi Police Department was bringing an inmate to the Stone County Jail. And I was like, wait a minute. Why is Biloxi PD bringing us an inmate? Not taking an inmate out with a hold on them, but bringing us an inmate. Why did they bypass the Harrison County Jail? Knowing corrections the way I know corrections, I mean, we do have this thing called diesel therapy. But that was only on the state system, where they would ship you all over the state. So I asked, and I was told that this was a normal occurrence. Biloxi, Gulfport, Long Beach, Pass Christian, and D'Iberville PD would bring us their misdemeanor cases. Now, if you don't understand what it takes when you bring somebody to the Stone County Jail from the coast, you're looking at about a 45-minute one-way drive time from Biloxi. Between 35 and 45 minutes, okay? So double that just for the trip. Plus they have to go ahead, they have to book them, they have to do all their paperwork and all this other stuff. Get them out of the car, blah, blah, blah. It could take upwards of 2 hours for the Biloxi Police Department to pick somebody up off the street and take them to the Stone County Regional Correctional Facility. Every law enforcement agency on the coast is on their hands and knees begging for help. They need bodies. They need officers. A lot of the shifts are at or below critical. When I say at or below critical, what I mean by that is they're so short that it's almost counterproductive to officer safety. So while this officer is driving this person all the way to Stone County, he's not on the street doing his job. Biloxi's holding cell is really only good for about 4 hours. So we can't just leave them there until the day shift or leave them there until the next shift to take them up there. And these are misdemeanor offenses. Not counting the gas that it takes, which costs the department money. The officer man hours that it takes, which costs the department money. Instead of a 20-minute ride to the Harrison County Jail over off Seaway Road, they got to take them all the way up to Stone County. Now we're strangling an already drowning department. Chief John Miller over in Biloxi, good friend of mine, and he's doing the best that he can with what he has. So this is no fault of his. People don't want to be the police anymore, and that's a fact. Now, your average person's going to go, well, what does that mean in terms of how it affects me? I'm going to tell you. Downtown Gulfport, downtown Biloxi, and other areas, a tourist can't show up without getting accosted. Whether I like it or not, our bread and butter on this coast is tourism. That's what pays the bills. It doesn't matter if it is cruising the coast, scraping the coast, casinos, blessing of the fleet, Black Spring Break. It doesn't matter what is going on. Tourism pays the bills. And unfortunately, that is the community that we've been in really since I was born in the 80s. This is poor man's Florida. Harrison County generates more revenue than probably any other county in the state. And I'll say that. You'd have to be blind not to know what we have down here. Maybe Tunica County, but I doubt it. Tunica County may come close. But I do believe that Harrison County generates more revenue than any other county in the state of Mississippi. Yet we have all these problems that are a danger to public safety. I can go and shoplift and get charged with petty shoplifting, a misdemeanor. Steal $300-400 worth of stuff from Walmart, and I'm going to get OR'd. If I even get OR'd, which means released on my own recognizance. What I'm probably going to get, if I don't get OR'd, is I may get a notice to appear ticket. A traffic ticket. They've already cut out commercial bail bonds for the most part on the coast. That was started back in 2015, and please don't get me started on that. That is a whole nother topic. But, yeah. I may do a whole nother video on that, because I used to be in that world too. The problem is the Harrison County Jail is overcrowded to the point to where, and I was talking with somebody the other day who told me that the Harrison County Jail holds about 700 inmates. They have a 140-bed work camp sitting out on Cal and Lorraine Road. When's the last time y'all seen the guys in the green and white ring-arounds picking up trash on the side of the road? Been a while, ain't it? Yeah, it's because nobody's there in work camp. Why? Why is nobody there? Because we have a sheriff that doesn't care. He has mismanaged the jail. And now we all have to suffer. We have federal inmates in the jail, which, you know what? That's normally not a bad thing. Stone County, where I worked, had federal inmates up there. That helped pad the pockets of the jail and help keep things running. The U.S. Marshal Service pays handsomely per head of a federal inmate. I'm not saying anything bad about it. Hey, you can generate it. If you can generate income in corrections, you're doing something. Corrections is a money pit. No question. Corrections cost money. It doesn't make money normally. If you make $1 off corrections, you probably spent $5 to do it. So if you can offset it by a little bit with some U.S. Marshal Service inmates, not a bad idea. If we had the room. The other side of this is we have state convicts up there. Those that have been convicted and should be sent to processing at Rankin County. They're still sitting in Harrison County Jail. Granted, that is a state legislative issue. Employee retention at the jail. If you listen to the debate that I posted not long ago, we're either 65 or 80 down with the Harrison County Sheriff's Department. I don't know how many COs that means or if that's the total number of COs. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm going to say probably department-wide, though, with those numbers. How many of those are COs? A lot of people want to work for the Sheriff's Department because they want to run and gun and work on the street. Nothing wrong with that. They want to be in the patrol car, write tickets, go kick down doors, work on SWAT team. Working in the jail is kind of the bastard child of law enforcement. Okay? I've been there. I will tell you, my personal preference would be to work in the jail. I'm not cut out for the street. I don't have the demeanor for the street. I also know that when I go do a cell search, there's not a shotgun behind the door. At least I hope not. If there is, boy, we got some problems. So I prefer working in the jail. I actually enjoy it. But at the same time, I also understand that there's ways to do things and there's ways not to. There's a way that you have to run that jail to make it efficient and to make it to where the safety of the general public is not threatened. Let me say it again. The safety of the general public is being threatened by the way that jail is being ran. When you have businesses that are being victimized, eventually they're going to close up shop. If the police department can't arrest somebody, they can't do their job. They're going to have even lower morale than they already have. Now when you have cops on the street that dread going to work because they can't do their job and they feel discouraged, you have a public safety nightmare. I want proactive policing. I want my community to be safe. I'm not saying I want tyrants to run the streets, but I want cops on the street with their head in the game, not pouting because they couldn't lock up somebody that they knew needed to be taught a lesson by a night or two in the county jail. Just let them know, hey, look, we're not going to tolerate this. Instead of the book and release or notice to appear routine that we're seeing now. Or when they finally get enough of it, they go ahead and they call up the supervisor, and the supervisor says, yeah, take them all the way to Stone County, which takes a cop off the street. I'm not saying every little thing needs to be handled with an arrest. I'm not saying lock up everybody. But I am saying that there needs to be consequences for actions, and unfortunately, with the current administration in Harrison County, that is not what I am seeing. And it's because of the way the jail is being ran, and it is a public disaster waiting to happen. In fact, it's not waiting to happen, it's already happening. Go down by the Beau Rivage. Go down by Mary Mahoney's at night. I know some of y'all went, well, who walks Mary Mahoney's at night? Personally, I love walking through there. I love walking down Rue Petty Boy. I love walking down them, old historic Water Street. I grew up walking down there. I enjoy, it's peaceful to walk under the oaks, look at the old buildings. It's a walking mall. It's what it's for. The old Beau Marché. I love walking down there. Not thrilled with the way the Beau Marché is now, but maybe I'll get used to it. I don't like change that much when it comes to that. But anyway, Biloxi's an ever-changing thing, and it is my hometown. I want to see officers on the street who know that they can do their job and know that when it's time to go ahead and put somebody in there, they're there. I don't want to see homeless camps in downtown Gulfport on the sidewalk. I've never seen that before. I was gone for 5 years and I came back in 2000. Well, I was gone from 2016 to early 2016 to late 2020. So let's call it almost 5 years. And the first time that I saw people sleeping on the street in downtown Gulfport on Highway 49, the road that most of the tourists are going to take because you can get anywhere from 49, there's a problem. Business owners are tired of it. The average citizen hasn't been touched by it, so they think, but in reality, they have. This is a problem. This is a public safety issue. Now, while you think about that, think about this. For every inmate that Stone County takes that's not arrested by either Wiggins PD, Stone County PD, MHP, or whatever in Stone County, they're charging us. We already have a jail here. Why are we paying twice to hold the same inmate? We're paying once because we're already paying for a jail. Now we got to pay Stone County to take our inmates. Granted, nothing against Stone County, nothing against Mike Farmer. He's a damn good sheriff and was a damn good boss. But why are we paying twice? Why don't we fix the problem that we have? Again, this is not an endorsement of any candidate. All I would invite you to do is to listen to what I'm saying and then go watch the previous debate that took place in Long Beach between Louis Elias and Matt Haley and ask yourself, do you want business as usual as it is going on today, or do you want the problem fixed? Y'all have a good day.